Today we're going to look at creating interactive assembly instructions with SolidWorks Composer. When we think about creating assembly instructions for the end user, many times we will find that they are very difficult to create, they can be extremely time consuming to update with design changes, writing them can detract from our engineers' overall core workload, and they can be extremely costly to translate. In this video, however, I'm going to demonstrate how with SolidWorks Composer, overcoming these problems and creating effective interactive instructions can be a quick and simple process. Here you can see we have your typical build-it-yourself nightstand. One of the most frustrating parts for the end user with these types of products is how unclear and difficult to understand the instructions can be. But with Composer, we can create visual, interactive, and intuitive instructions. First, I'll quickly create views to represent each step of the assembly process for the nightstand. I'll simply select the first part I wish to illustrate, hide all the other actors, select the Views tab, and create a new view. Like that, we've got the first step of our assembly process. After repeating this process for the remaining assembly steps, I can quickly drag and drop pre-programmed widgets which will allow the end user to quickly navigate our digital instructions. With our widgets now in place, publishing our instructions is just a matter of a few clicks. I'll simply go to File, Publish, and then I can choose from a variety of file outputs like HTML, PDF, publish online, or publish to an email. For our interactive instructions, however, I'm going to choose the package feature, which will create a fully interactive .exe file. With the publish feature, I have total control over additional features that the end user may be able to access, like the use of cutting planes, bill of materials, or even the duration the file can be accessed. Now I have a set of digital instructions that allows the end user to manipulate the model in 3D space and see exactly how to put their nightstand together. Shown here, we can see how Composer has automatically created animations to depict the assembly of our nightstand. We can highlight parts when they are brought into the assembly. We can animate the rotation of screws. Draw paths to show exactly where parts should be placed. And even manipulate the part transparency to highlight how parts should fit together. Not only are these instructions great because they are universally understandable, but because they require little to no words, which can help eliminate the need for costly translations. Another great feature of Composer is the ability to really highlight even difficult to understand steps of the assembly process. Here we have illustrated inserting a locking screw to lock in place the floor of the nightstand to one of the walls. However, for the customer, it may not be immediately clear exactly how this step functions. As you can see here, however, with Composer I've created an auxiliary view which makes clear exactly how the two parts fit together. One of the most useful components of Composer is the ability to quickly update our deliverables with design changes as they happen. As you can see, our SolidWorks assembly file has been altered with the addition of a coffee mug on top. Rather than creating all of our documentation from scratch, we can simply tell Composer to update our Composer document with the new assembly features. All I need to do is go to File, Update, select my original assembly file, pick my original import settings, and click Update. And now Composer will automatically update all of our views with our new part, eliminating the need to tediously recreate all of our views and reference deliverables. As you can see with SolidWorks Composer, not only can we improve the quality of our assembly instructions, but we can do so very quickly and efficiently. Ultimately, SolidWorks Composer is a money-saving tool that can reduce the cost of creating assembly instructions by minimizing the time to create them as well as update them. Furthermore, because of how easy to update deliverables is, you can begin creating your deliverables earlier in the product cycle and ultimately decrease your time to market. Finally, these interactive instructions can be exponentially easier to understand than traditional written ones, which will help you to have happier, less frustrated customers in the long run. I hope you have found this video to be informative and to help you see how valuable SolidWorks Composer can be.